Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you guys came over today to see another message of the day. If it's your first time here, my name is Lacey. Welcome, and I am documenting what God is doing in my life on a daily basis. I just figured that I did not live this 24 hours without any type of purpose, and I wanted to document what God was doing and teaching me. And I knew I could look back years down the road and know that I had changed. I thought it would be better to know on a day-to-day basis how God was actually working in my life, and I feel like it has been drawing me closer to Him, and it's been really incredible actually. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and those bell notifications so you don't miss a new video. So what I wanted to share with you was something that happened to me yesterday. Usually I film like the next day about what happened yesterday, and that's what's been working for me. I would like to do it that same day, but sometimes you guys know, like moms and things, and it just doesn't work. So I decided to start a women's group in my neighborhood, and I put it out there on, like, my subdivision has like a Facebook group, so I put it out there and got a lot of response, and decided to like host this in my in my living room, I guess you could say. And I know with everything going on in the world that, this is kind of a crazy thing. Like who just has strangers in their house, right? Well, I figured God did not call me to live in fear, and I could not live in fear. I just had to do what He called and what He wants me to do. And so I put it out there, and I just said, if there's other women who need to connect and feel kind of like I do, because if you had watched my videos last week, I told you I was kind of struggling with being lonely and not knowing a lot of people in this area because we're very new to the area. So at first I was going to actually do a morning and an evening. Then come to find out that really only one person could come in the morning. And so I asked her, hey, do you want to do the evening instead? She said, yeah, that's fine, but she could do it this week. So she actually came and hung out with me yesterday morning. And then, and we just talked and things like that. And then that evening I had, I think, 5 other women come. And next week, I think that like 8 women will actually be attending. So it is such a blessing, y'all. It's amazing. The thing I wanted to share with you was that this woman that I had never met, we were just visiting on my couch, getting to know each other because, like, where are you from? Are you from here? Like all those normal questions. I thought, you know what, like, let's just get to know each other anyway. I'm not doing anything. And she was telling me kind of about her life and different things going on. She just mentioned something to me and it just stuck with me. And lately, I think God has been reminding me of things, but it's not something brand new. So this, in theory, was like a brand new thing that I had never even thought about. She said that somebody had told her this, or she heard it in a sermon or something like that, that of course you're called to give and tithe and do all that 10%, right? And I knew that, and I knew what the Bible said about that, but she said about your time and spending time with the Lord. And she said if we gave 10% of our time each day to the Lord, if there was 24 hours in a day, that would be 2 hours and 40 minutes just dedicated to like your relationship with God, with the Lord. Y'all, this hit me. Like, hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's right. Like, wow. And then I thought, wow, that's a lot of time. And then I was like, no, like, you can do this. And it was just something, like, it gave me a good perspective of like, you need to use your time well, but you need to give a sufficient amount of time to your relationship with God, because that is ultimately the most important thing. And I never thought about time in this like 10% range. I have no idea like if this would work for everybody, but I do know when I was moving, I would spend about 2 to 3 hours writing my prayers down, spending time with the Lord, listening to worship music at night, and it was calming to my soul. Oh my gosh, like it really, really helped with my move. So you really think about it, you're spending maybe an hour in the morning, an hour at night, like that's only 2 hours, but your relationship with God is much more important than all of these other relationships on this earth. Like, He is the most important, and we need to put sufficient enough time into that. I just was really struck by this. I'd never heard it before. And sometimes those things that you never hear before and it just kind of hits your soul and convicts you, that's kind of what it was doing to me. So I'll keep you guys posted on how I actually apply this in my daily life, but I thought it was amazing. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next brand new video. Bye for now.